Yes, we can fight. Yeah. Oh, whoa, 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 oh my god. I wasn't expecting that. Now, killing your mind is a little aggressive, but... Hello guys, it's Nico from PSYCHOLOGIST and welcome to another video. Today we will be reacting to the song Migraine from 21 Pilots. It's a song a lot of you guys recommend me and I'm really excited to analyze. But before we begin, I want to answer to all the people that has been contacting me about the online counseling session. Yes, the free session is still available to anyone that contacts me via email. Check the description for more information. But without further ado, let's get to Migraine.
Raging like words behind my face and above my throat. Shadows will scream that I'm alone.
Okay. He's running away from him.
I've got a migraine, and my pain will range from up, down, and sideways. Thank God it's Friday, cause Fridays will always be better than Sundays, cause Sundays are my suicide days.
Whoa. Starting strong here. I mean, it's interesting how he has put the irony of thanking God it's Friday, but at the same time saying that the day dedicated to God, that is the Sundays, are his suicidal days. I need to see more.
I've got a migraine, and my pain will range from up,
And
down,
he's
and
always
sideways.
referenced
Thank God it's
the...
Friday, cause Fridays will always be better than Sundays, cause Sundays are my suicide days. I don't know why they always seem so dismal. Thunderstorms, clouds, snow, and a slight drizzle. Whether it's the weather or the letters by my bed, sometimes death seems better than the migraine in my head. Let it be.
Wow, I don't really know why he's saying that. I assume thunderstorms and the weather thing, he's referring to bad moments and bad situations, but man, to say that death seems better than it, they must be heavy.
Days. I don't know why they always seem so dismal. Thunderstorms, clouds, snow, and a slight drizzle. Whether it's the weather or the letters by my bed, sometimes death seems
He's
better
always
than the
referring to
migraine in
death
my
and
head.
suicide.
Let it be said what the headache represents. It's me defending in suspense. It's me suspended in a defenseless test.
Okay.
Being tested by a ruthless examiner that's represented best by my depressed.
Okay. Now we're getting the actual meaning of the migraine. It's referring to depression, and now it makes more sense that he's talking about suicide. I think most of us already know that depression makes you have a really pessimistic view on life, like everything seems dark and suicidal thoughts are on a daily basis. And he also said that the migraine is he defending himself, and that's because in some stages of depression you feel like you're in a constant battle with yourself and probably losing. Also, you can see that when he said that depression is an examiner, he feels tested and he feels he's suspending the test, and that's what I said, you feel like you're losing. But not only that, depression also comes with physical symptoms, and it's curious how he's making the metaphor with a migraine, because it's not so much of a metaphor. Depression oftentimes comes with a huge headache, like if someone is squeezing your head all day long, which, by the way, a pill will completely solve it, but that's another issue. Okay, for now, let's continue. See, suspending the test.
By a ruthless examiner that's represented best by my depressing thoughts. I do not have writer's block, my reader just hates the clock. It will not let me sleep, I get so sleep when I'm dead, and sometimes death seems better than the migraine in my head.
Okay, another thing about depression is sleep disturbance. He made an exceptional reference because he says that he doesn't have the writer's block. He just doesn't get good and enough sleep, so he can't write. And that's why depression is the #1 leading cause of disability worldwide. And that's no joke. The #1 leading cause of people not being able to attend to work, school, or social events is depression. So please, I know I say it a lot, but This channel is about that. It's about encouraging people to take action and don't let the mental illness win. So please go to therapy. Don't wait until it's too late, okay? Because studies have shown that prevention programs work well to prevent suicide, depression, and other mental illness. So please, if you're like him, thinking that death seems better than this, please go seek some help.
Is me suspended in a defenseless test, being tested by a ruthless examiner that's represented best by my depressing thoughts. I do not have writer's block, my retina just hates the clock. It will not let me sleep, I get so sleep when I'm dead, and sometimes death seems better than the migraine in my head. Am I the only one I know waging my wars behind my face and above my
See,
throat?
a war in your head. You're always thinking of battling.
That I'm alone, but I know we've made it this far.
Yes! Okay, a good coping mechanism is to think that you've made it through here. To don't give up because you've been through so much that it's worth it. You can do it. Love it, love it. Okay, let's go, let's go. He's running really fast.
I am not as fine as I seem. Pardon me for yelling, I'm telling you, green gardens are not what's growing in my psyche. It's a different me, a difficult to beast, a feasting umber down trees, freeze frame. Please let me paint a mental picture portrait, something you won't forget. It's all about my forehead and how it is a door that holds back contents that make Pandora's box contents look non-violent. Behind my eyelids,
Okay, let's talk a moment about what he said. Oftentimes, depression comes with this sense of despersonification, this sense of thinking of two separate versions of yourself. You have one version of yourself that you show to the public, to your social circle, in which you look healthy and it's all green gardens. And on the other side, you have the real you, who's suffering, who think that nothing is worth fighting for anymore. And that is really dangerous because the more you take distance with yourself, the more you think that reaching that version of happiness is impossible to get, and in the end it can lead to serious problems like even suicide, because if you think that is unachievable, then death will seem better to you than being stuck that way for the rest of your life. So be careful with that, guys.
please let me paint a mental picture portrait, something you won't forget. It's all about my forehead and how it is a door that holds back contents that make Pandora's box contents look non-violent. Behind my eyelids are islands of violence. My mind shipwrecked, this is the only land my mind could find. I did not know it was such a violent
he's running
island.
like with
Full of
fear.
tidal waves, suicidal
He's hiding
craze,
from fear.
lions, they're trying to eat me, blood running down the chin. And I know that I can fight or I can let the lion
Yes,
in.
we can
I
fight.
begin to assemble what weapons I can
Yeah.
find. Cause sometimes to stay alive you gotta kill your mind.
Oh my god. I wasn't expecting that. I mean, I was feeling it with the fighting and assembling your weapons thing, meaning that you have to take action in order to fight the mental illness, and weapons being that resources and coping skills you need to do that. Now, killing your mind is a little aggressive, but I get that he said it that way. I mean, when you start thinking that your mind is a Pandora box, is an island full of violence, then yeah, the only thing you want to do is destroy it. But what we try to do in therapy is to make the patient understand that the island is not entirely that portion of bad thoughts. That is a much bigger island with actual green gardens that are worth fighting for. And not fighting to survive, but to enjoy and be happy. Because in all of us there are good and bad moments, things that we enjoy, that we hate, that we desire, and things that we try to avoid. But that doesn't mean that our minds are only good or bad. We have the both things and we need to acknowledge them as well as don't let any of them control over ourselves. Why? Because you need to know how to cope with bad situations in order to not fall into depression, as well as you have to know how to enjoy good things and not fall into addiction or dependence, for example. And that's only achievable through good mental health education and or therapy, guys. So okay, let's continue.
And I know that I can fight or I can let the lion win. I begin to assemble
See,
what weapons I can find.
he arrived to
Sometimes
a
stay alive, you gotta
place
kill your mind.
and he's gonna start feeling rough.
Only one I know,
Okay.
waging my wars behind my face
So
and
he
above
start
my
running and
throat.
start playing music.
Shadows will scream
That means something.
that I'm alone, will say that we should take a day to break away from all the pain our brain has made. The game is not played
Yes,
alone.
you're not
And I
alone.
would say that we should take a moment and hold it and keep it frozen and know that life has a hopeful undertone.
Yeah, okay, I like this part. Oh, and he arrived with the... Okay, I like this part. Now both of them in court in the rooftop and start singing. Okay, love it. Okay, okay.
We made it this far. We made it this far.
Okay, well, I mean, he ends with a little bit of anger, but it's normal. I mean, it's a complicated situation. I mean, he's just expressing how he feels. And in the video we can see that he's expressing that in his music, kind of the same way NF and Hobson do, which I already made some videos of if you want to check him out. But as I said, through the whole video we can see that he has one part of him running away with a lot of fear, and the other part of him, which will be the depression, the migraine, is slowly chasing him. But you see, at the end they both encounter in the rooftop playing music, and that's where his problem turns into his ability to do music, to express his feelings through his music. And I loved it how he ended it, because when that happens, he's also saying that we should all take a break when oftentimes that's helpful. Although be careful, because not all the breaks are the same, guys. You see, I say that a lot in therapy, but it's because it's not the same to use your free time to meditate, work on yourself, to do things that you enjoy, as to binge watch a whole season of a Netflix show and eat ice cream. But he also said that we need to see that life has a hopeful undertone. Again, another reference to music in which I think he found that hope and is giving us a message, a positive message, to find a way to move forward even if we have depression. Because that's the goal. I mean, depression cannot be cured as in a disease. In therapy, our goal is to make the patient being able to live with the ability to conquer depression every time it appears and to have a good normal life. But that's it for today, guys. Thank you to all the people that recommend me this song. Please keep doing it because I'm loving them. And remember to check out the description if you want the free counseling session. Until next time, guys. Bye.